Hey, Joe Libin, Latitude Lending here. Welcome to this month's Breaking Down the Mortgage because, I'm a mortgage broker, right? So last time we talked about the bank statement program. Here's another great program for rental property, investment property only. It's called the DSCR, Debt Service Coverage Ratio, aka Investor Flex. A lot of buzz about this. You may have heard about it. What does it all mean? Let's have a look, right? So a DSCR loan allows a borrower to finance up to 20 homes, and you're using the rental income to qualify to own that investment property. So that's great. What does that mean? It means you actually just use the cash flow from the subject property you're about to buy to be approved. Now these loans, they're great loans. They are more expensive. Obviously the rate's a little bit higher because they're not qualified loans. And they're outside the box, they're held in a portfolio. And there's going to be some hoops to them, right? But it's still a very viable option depending on the situation. So let's drill down into this for a second. First of all, debt service coverage ratio, what does that mean? Again, it simply means if the rental income is greater than the actual mortgage payment, then it may be able to be approved for the loan just using the cash flow. It's just that simple. There's no day job info, there's no tax returns, there's none of that stuff. It's just the cash flow. Now, clearly, this is designed for investment properties only, so it's not subject to the qualified mortgage rule, and it's not for first-time home buyers, no primary residences, nothing like that, just to help build a portfolio. With all these loans, you got to have money, you got to have skin in the game. They want you to have at least 12 months of reserves. So you take that monthly payment, you times it by 12, you need that much money left over in addition to the down payment. So if somebody wants to do one of these, it's great, but they got to have some cash, right? So how does the math work? This is kind of the tricky part. So I've got 3 examples on here. If the subject property rents for $2,500 a month and the mortgage payment's $2,500, 2,500 divided by 2,500 is 1. You're good to go, right? If the rent's $3,000 a month, mortgage payment's $2,500, you're covering that by 1.2%, good to go. Good to go. If the rent is $2,000 a month, so it's less than the mortgage payment of $2,500 a month, below, no, not gonna work. So the property's got a cash flow, which, makes sense, right? So looking at this matrix here, basically, if you've got a coverage ratio of greater than 1.15, so that would be example number 2, you can go up to about 80% loan to value. Great. You got to have, obviously above a 660, which any investor should have higher credit scores. That's kind of a given. You got to have those reserves. If the loan is between 1 and 1.15, they'll still give you 70% of the value. You got to have 30% down, and you can play ball on that. Again, a little bit higher credit score, which we'd expect anyway. Got to have reserves. So this is a fun example of one of the alternative programs that's out there. And again, they'll go up to 20 properties. So if you've got, somebody who's buying properties that has some cash that's trying to build their portfolio, this is actually a really slick way to go. So hope you find this useful. As always, you got questions on it, give me a call. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.